everyone, and welcome back to Madden Wellness Counseling. My name is Amber Madden. I'm a licensed counselor specializing in eating disorders and obesity issues, and my job is mainly to help people with staying on track with their goals. I'm trying to evaluate exactly what's going wrong, because a lot of times it's not about the diet or exercise. It's really about our ability to stay consistent with goals that we've set, and that's what I like to help people do. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about a question that I get pretty often. And that question is, should I track my food? And what I mean by this, if you're not familiar, it basically is just the concept of, should you track everything you're eating throughout the day? And say like an app like MyFitnessPal or something similar, or even just a written food log diary. A lot of people will ask if they should be doing that, if it's something that's going to be helpful for them. So I think that this is kind of one of these questions that there's really two schools of thought for. So a lot of the research shows that it is very helpful for clients to track their food, especially if they're new to making changes in their diet, because a lot of people maybe don't understand portion sizes that well. They don't understand exactly how much it is that they're taking in for their food, and so they'll make mistakes, or they'll underestimate or overestimate, and it tends to be that they underestimate how much food they're actually taking in. And that's just what the research shows. You know, it seems to be very helpful for people to track their food, especially in the beginning, because of that. I think too, some people aren't really aware of what exactly is in the foods that they're choosing, so sometimes they think that something is very healthy for them, and then once they actually start to look at the nutritional facts of it, or they're plugging that into some type of fitness app that will do that nutrition tracking for them, then they start to really discover that those foods aren't so healthy for them after all. One of the things that comes to mind that I think about is just like with the snack bars or the granola bars. A lot of people, you know, the advertising manufacturing companies will advertise these as being very healthy for you. And it's not to say that they're unhealthy, but whenever you start to look at some of these snack bars, some of them can have as much sugar as a Snickers bar. So you might as well just be eating a Snickers bar, because it's really about the same equivalent. So this is one of the reasons why it's good for people to track. Some people too, you know, it's one of those ideas that sometimes we don't realize exactly what we've eaten throughout the day. If you've had a problem or you struggle with what's called mindful eating or intuitive eating, you don't really know how to manage your food that well, and you tend to eat things when maybe you're not really hungry, or you're not really, you don't really need anything to eat at the moment, but you just eat because food's there. Sometimes people forget that they've consumed those extra calories, especially if it's in front of the TV while they're watching a movie. And if you've ever kind of looked down and realized that the entire bowl of chips that you poured for yourself is gone, and in the blink of an eye, then you know you might be one of those people that this could be helpful for. Now, on the other side of the coin, there are a lot of people that maybe have problematic eating issues. So people that struggle with restrictive eating, or feeling like that they have to be perfectionistic in their eating, that it's going to be an all or nothing approach, that they have to go full force with this, and it tends to be a little bit more problematic for them, because the food tracking also will be almost like a trigger for some of these disordered eating patterns. And so there has been some research to show that too. And so a lot of times these are going to be people that are more on the severe side of things. I think about people that have anorexia. A lot of times what's been suggested through the research is, for those people, it's fine to track, because we actually need to know, as clinicians like myself, we need to know how many calories those people are taking in, so that we can see if they're making any recovery process. But it's actually maybe better to keep the numbers away from these people. So maybe only I would see what they're tracking, and not so much what they're actually using themselves. So again, that's kind of one of the reasons why it may not be that helpful for some people. Some people can kind of get into those disordered eating patterns where they feel obsessed with the amount of food that they're eating, or obsessed with the calorie counts, the nutritional facts, those types of things. This is not about obsession. You know, this is really about using a tool that can be very helpful for you if you're trying to make changes. I have seen a lot of people and a lot of clients make a lot of significant change once they started using a food tracker app. Just because, again, they've not really been aware of how much food they're taking in. You know, I've had a lot of clients too that have, they think that they're eating well, and then whenever they'll go out and work out that day, and they'll work out for about 30 minutes or something, they might burn, you know, they'll burn a few calories. But because of that workout, then they'll automatically think that that has negated a lot of the calories they've taken in through the day, and so they might actually consume more. More so much that the exercise that they did, it pretty much just extinguished that. You know, it didn't really help at all. So a lot of times we can't out-exercise a bad diet. You know, that's something you're going to hear me say pretty often to people, because, you know, it's too difficult to do so. You know, there's not enough time in the day for us to exercise that much, and most people just aren't moving around that much anyway these days because of the lifestyles that we have now. But again, this is something that can be helpful for you to know, just on whether or not you want to explore a food tracker app or something like that for yourself. I highly recommend the MyFitnessPal. I think that it's a great app for this. It's very handy. It's right there on your smartphone. You can use it anytime all throughout the day, and if you can't use your phone during the day, you can also access their website and record your information there. So I suggest starting with that. It even has, I think you can take a picture of the barcodes of the foods that you eat, and it will plug the information in for you, and you don't even have to enter it in manually yourself. And they have a huge database of foods that are already available, so it's very user-friendly and very easy. Now, what I use with my clients a lot of times is I will use what's called the Recovery Record app. And this is an app that's recommended for clinicians, counselors, dietitians, and nutritionists to use with their clients. And basically with this app is I get one side of the app and my clients get the other. And so they plug the information into the app, what they're eating throughout the day, and a lot of times I'll have them record their emotions as they're doing it, because a lot of times the clients that I work with struggle with emotional eating. And so they'll plug that information in, and then I get to see on the other side of the app what they've put in from my end, and then I can give them real-time feedback through the app to make just day-to-day suggestions and changes, or provide encouragement, all those types of things. So I think that's a really great option too if you wanted to work with your nutritionist or your counselor. If you want to work with me, I will also attach that information below on how I can help you get started with that. So again, I hope you have enjoyed this information. I hope it's been valuable for you. And if you haven't done so already, please like or subscribe to this channel. I will be putting out more and more information just like this that hopefully will be helpful for you in your healthy living journey. If you've not had a chance to check out my website, it is maddenwellnessky.com. That information will be below as well. Lots of great resources on my website. Always putting out free information and resources on my Facebook page as well. So please check all of those. And thank you for watching.